What's good, everyone? What's up? Oh man. It is cold over here. Oof. Alright, so let's talk about the move, man. The move. If you've been following me, don't forget to like and don't forget to follow. I'll be putting more content of my move overseas. As if you've been following, you should already know I'm going to Albania. Yes. This is just gonna say the steps that I've been taking to move. So no, I didn't do it like I woke up, the beginning of January, which was 2 weeks ago, and said, oh, let's just go. A lot of people will say moving, especially to Albania, because you could go there with your U.S. passport and be there for like a year, and all you have to do is not within that year, but when that year comes up, you have to leave for 90 days and then come back, and things to that. So it's one of the most easiest countries, right? But it's not easy. That decision does not come easy, and the work is, there's work behind it. You understand? And because I'll tell you right now, I love my state. I love living in New York City. Well, I don't live in New York City. I live in New York State, Westchester to be specific. But I love it. I love my state. So this video is not gonna say why I'm leaving. You shouldn't ask why. It should be common sense why. But hey, not everybody have common sense. Nope. But anyways, these are the things I did. When I said, you know what, I'm gonna do it. Because a lot of people stop because of fear, the unknown, and things to that. And the fear, if one thing I believe, fear will stop you from greatness. You just gotta do it. You just gotta do it, because you just never know. It could be the best thing ever, or it could be not the best thing. But how would you know if you don't even try it? You know what I'm saying? You gotta try it. So, anyways, trying to find the country, right? Was Albania my first choice? No, it was not my first choice. It was actually, I didn't even know where Albania was until I used to look at TikTok, and I saw this lady come on, and she was in Albania, and she was saying, she was talking about moving to Europe, and she was talking about Albania, and it just drew my attention, because I was like, yes. And I used to write, I'm like, I want to. And let me tell you, that was like, oh my God, I was in Florida then. That was like 7 years ago. Yeah, like 7 or 8 years ago, I was watching this lady, and but then I started picking countries that I was comfortable. I went to Spain. I fell in love with Spain. Like, who doesn't fall in love with Spain? You're weird, very weird. And if you don't know, any Latinos, Puerto Ricans, Colombians, Dominican, Cuba, all of us, all Latinos, Central, South America, the Caribbean, all of us will get our citizenship within living 2 years in Spain, because we're Latinos. It's easier than if you're not a Latino. They have to do more paperwork than we do. So anyways, and then, there was, had Spain, had Colombia I wanted to move to, or Portugal. As you know, everybody and their mother wants to move to Spain and Portugal. And Spain was, they have a lot of different types of visas and things to that you can apply and get there. But I forgot exactly what it was. Oh yeah, they wanted you to have this lump sum amount that I did not have. I was like, oh, but otherwise I could live there. Like I could live comfortable there, with my retirement. Oh, and if you don't know, I am a retired uh, disabled vet, army vet to be exact. And so I could live comfortable. But no. So then I tried Portugal. And the part that annoyed me with Portugal was there's just is a long wait for some. Some people will say it was quick. Other people it's take them forever. You have to start the process here in the States. Then they want this lump sum. You got to make I think at the time I was looking was like 840 euro a month, but you got to translate that to dollars, right? And then so you got to times that 840 times 12, which is like, I don't know, 10,000 something, and translate that to dollars, because they want you to transfer that type of money, which came up to 11,000 and something, transfer that money into a bank account in Portugal, just showing that yes, you could live there with no support of the government of Portugal. I have no problem with that, right? But you got to do that first, right? And then in the whole list of stuff you got to get done, another thing is you got to find an apartment, rent it out for a whole year. And I was like, wait a minute, you want me to rent out a whole apartment? I'm not going to live there and pay rent in New York? That's crazy. And because there was so many people moving to Portugal, you couldn't find like what I would like to pay, and then the people in Portugal were getting mad because now the rents are going up, and it was just it was a lot. And I said no, absolutely not. It was just too much, and the people of Portugal were just getting fed up with all these immigrants moving over there. They call themselves expat. I would call myself an immigrant. I will never address myself as a fucking expat. So anyways, so that was it. So I would find this lady. She would go on TikTok every day at 10 o'clock. And I don't know what happened. They took down her channel. I couldn't find her. And then I started looking into Albania. Then a lot of things were popping up of Albania. And that's where I even went to Portugal. To backtrack, I even went to Portugal last year to get a feel. And I just didn't get the feel. It just didn't call me. I was like, nah. So that could take some time. You know what I'm saying? You could go to there's so many countries in Europe. Whichever one is going to fit your needs, that you're going to really love living there. So that's why Albania works well, because you can move to Albania, right? And no, okay, Albania is not going to be my home base, but from here, I have easy access to Europe. And therefore, I can visit these other countries and figure out, you know what, I actually want to live in France, and start the process. And France seems like a better choice for me, and so forth and so forth. And you could work that way. It just seems to me the most logical way, right? So the things I started doing was I started selling all my stuff right away. I've been selling my stuff since I think July. I'm just down to 2 pieces, and that's it. And if I didn't sell the stuff, I donated. I threw out so many things. I threw out so much. It's crazy. Threw out a lot of things. Canceled, Netflix, all those things. Because you got to now start that process of saving money, right? Because no matter if you're moving down the block or moving across the country, it takes money. So that's what I did. I looked at I followed some content creators on YouTube that I felt like they were more straightforward and not made it out to be this amazing thing, and it turns out not to be. So you got to be careful who you follow and YouTube, and because some of them make it, they just glorify it, and they just like, I don't know. I just picked certain people, not too many, but I watched a lot of videos. I read up on their culture, also on TikTok. I followed this too, and she was so helpful. This Puerto Rican lady and her husband and the kids were moving over there, and she was super helpful and giving information, because you know, you would write to them and they never answered you back about information, you know. So anyways, I got in touch with an attorney to figure out what paperwork I would need if I want to make residency, get my residency in Albania. So I got that down packed. What is it? You sell everything. Make sure your passport. Listen, if you live in the United States, you need to get your fucking passport like ASAP. Get that shit. Make sure it's up to date. Yes. Don't be waiting. But anyways, I already told y'all. All right. My passport is good. All my documentations are good. So I got that. Then I'm traveling with my small dog. You know, I'm not going to knock people who leave their animals behind. I would never. That's like leaving my son behind. You know, like a child of mine. I couldn't fathom that. But that's just me. I'm not knocking nobody else. I'm just saying. Right? I'm not doing that. I just couldn't do it. So anyways, I had to find an airline that I could travel with Romeo in the cabinet. So I found that, and I got all the paperwork and found out what anything I needed for Romeo medically to travel to Albania. I did a whole video on how to travel with a small dog to Europe. So I bought my ticket one way from New York to Albania, and then I made an appointment for Romeo, which is coming up the beginning of February, because I leave in 4 weeks. So I did that. I got a VPN from Surfshark. All right, I got that for all my electronics. I have it for my phone, my laptop, my tablet. It's a safeguard, you know. I got that. Bank accounts, you gotta, you know, get some different ones, and so forth and so forth. I did the online mail box. What else I did? Oh, I got in touch with a real estate lady over there. Oh man, this that lady I told you, the Puerto Rican lady and her husband and kids that also moved to Albania. They're already there. They moved like the end of December. She got me in contact with this insurance lady. Yo, that lady she's amazing. Yo, I recommend her. Like, she doesn't play. I contacted her through WhatsApp. Next thing I know, she gave me a whole listing of apartments. Next thing I know, the next morning, she's calling me through WhatsApp and doing a whole walkthrough through the apartment. I'm not a fancy guy. You'll see a lot of these USA showing you their glamorous apartment. Like, yo, it's just myself and my dog. You know, I'm a dude. Dudes, we don't need all that fancy. Well, I don't. I'm not all that fancy. I just need that washing machine, and you know, it has a shower. I can wash my culo. I'm good, man. I'm good. But anyways, it's I like it. It has this big balcony that you could go through your bedroom and come back in through your living room. It's amazing. To me, it's nice. Tiene una cama where I sleep. I can eat. I'm good. A washing machine, I'm good. Yo no pido mucho. So, I got my apartment already set. I'm trying to think of what else. I did my FBI background, Apostle. I think I'm pronouncing that right. I received it yesterday, so that was really quick. I'm trying to think of what else I needed that I got done. I got my medical record. Um, ba, 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 ba. I think I got everything. That's about it. That's about it. And just packing. And right now I'm just packing and cleaning up the apartment. I don't have much to throw away. The only thing I have is stuff that I need is one fork, one spoon, like 3 frying pans because I'm still cooking in my house, and then that would be like that weekend I'll throw it away. What else? I'm trying to think, guys. I'm trying to think. So I'm gonna go down the list. Make sure my passport is good to go. Booked my airline, my one-way flight from New York City to Albania, and make sure they take my dog. Made an appointment for my dog so they can. We went to Portugal, so his shots are up to date. They just do I forgot what they call it. But he needs that, and to do this his little passport to travel, sell everything, donate, throw away stuff, tons of stuff. Got my online mailbox, got my VPN from Surfshark, banking situated. Did my FBI background check and already got it a parcel, and I already received it. Got my apartment. I know I'm missing something else. I feel like I am. That's it. All right, guys. So that is it that I can think of. I can't really. Oh man, just that I'm super excited. It's not something, like I said, I've been thinking about. I've been wanting to go to Europe for a long time. It really is, and it sits in a perfect place. It's next to Greece. I get to travel and enjoy my retirement in peace and quiet. I want peace and quiet. I don't want to listen to the news. I do not care. Don't send me a message on like, oh, did you? Nah. Shut your mouth. That you over there, right? Then you handle it. I'm over here sipping on tea and smoking a cigar. That's it. No stress on shit. No girl shit. No nothing. Relax. Mira, that's what I want. I'm retired. I am in retired zone right now. I've been on retired zone for a minute. I've been retired. I said, that's it. I don't need to work. I don't even know why I was working. You know why I was working? It was because I was bored and I had some surgeries to get done. I said, you know what, let me get this job, and the insurance, that I have is going to take care of it. But get me to, some extra funds. Because, I'm retired, man. No, absolutely not. I'm done. So anyways, that's it. Don't forget to continue to follow me for more update. I'll be doing more stuff here on YouTube, a little bit on TikTok until this horrible administrative takeover, and you'll hardly see me on TikTok. Instagram, I'm gonna do a lot, so it'll be like here and Instagram and Facebook. You can follow me on Facebook as well. So, all right, y'all take care, be safe, and get your passport, people. I'm just saying. It's been a pleasure. Madam and Jess.